Welcome back, everybody. This is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the Dallara P217. Let's get into it. Looks like we're starting this race in P2. Strength of the field today is a 1459. We're coming into this race with a 1318 rating. This is the IMSA fixed series, fixed setup. We aren't able to change a whole lot about our setup here. This is a 35-minute race multi-class. We'll need to stop once for fuel. We've got 3 classes in this race. The Hypercar, also known as the GTP. There's the LMP2 as a prototype, it's a Dallara P217. And there's a GT3 class. You can see one of the hypercars just in front of our class right now, a wheeling Cadillac. Still in second, trying to chase down first right now. The red, white, and blue LMP2. You can see a few more hypercars not too far ahead. Won't be long before they heat up their tires and start to get away from us. Slow hypercar on the right up here. That is gonna slow down our leader just a little bit. Hopefully that'll allow us to close that gap back down. Another slow hypercar just ahead. Now we've got a hypercar in between us and first place. Third place isn't too far behind either. This is Watkins Glen, the boot setup. LMP2 car is starting to get by the hypercar right now. Not going to pass them on the straight though, they should have the run. Hypercar did get ahead. Maybe slowing down first place just a little bit. We've opened up the gap a little more to third. Trying to close it back down to first. I guess right now I'm a little bit surprised to see the hypercars in front of us so often, so quickly for the first couple of laps. This is a lower rated stint or group here, so we might have some really low rated hypercars. And it looks like maybe last place hypercar is struggling to have a faster pace than the LMP2s. We might have it just by a little bit right now. Hopefully they can stay in front of us. Looks like the gap between first and third is about the same. Fourth and fifth are really starting to fall back there. Less than a second to the car in front though. The 1459 average, it is slightly higher than our rating at a 1318 currently. Since this is a 35-minute race, we're going to need to stop once for fuel. We can see the gap to third starting to open up a little bit more. We're closing that gap to first. They don't have a ton more pace than us, but just a little bit it looks like. I'm going to try and keep on them as much as possible and hope they make a mistake. We can get on by and take first place. We are second in class, started second. I think the hypercar has finally gotten a bit cleared of our group. Hard to see them on our screen anymore. Pretty clear track now in front and behind for us. It's going to be quiet for a little bit until we start to catch the GT3 field. Pit window won't open for probably another 5 minutes. It's a good 3 laps or so. We won't need to pit that early though, most likely. Just trying to keep first place in our sights. Just over a second gap. Opening up the gap to third by quite a bit now. It's about a 2-second gap there. Maybe more. But we are losing ground to the car in front right now. Still less than 2 seconds, but over 1 second. We're not letting them get away too easily. I don't think they're feeling any pressure from us at the moment. Still less than a 2-second gap to the car in front. Looking to try and close that just a little bit more. We are gaining on the car behind. Still in second. Running a pretty clean lap thus far. We had struggled at Watkins Glen a little bit earlier on. Starting to get a little bit better now, and we're starting to run faster lap times here, which puts us further ahead of the pack. And less chance for crashes. We're still within 2 seconds of the car in front. Hoping we can close that gap just a little bit more. We'll have to see if maybe traffic will help us out. We're starting to catch the GT3 field now. The very back end of the hypercar and the GT3 field are going to be risky passes. They're most likely lower rated. We aren't in the top tier group this time. And that's gonna happen. Our rating isn't that high at the moment. Making the pass behind, or past the last place GT3 car. can see the gap to third is way, way larger than it was not that long ago. We can still see them though. Just about a 2-second gap to the car in front now. GT3 field must have slowed us up just a little there. We do want to make sure to carefully go by these cars. More GT3 cars just ahead. We'll probably want to get past the field and go as long as we can on the fuel that we have in second place right now. Flashing our lights to the GT3 cars, letting them know we're coming up so they can see us. And make the pass on the inside on the Ferrari here. Our Porsche just ahead. Another one in front of that. Pretty clean race so far. Porsche GT3 in the way. We're flashing our lights. They just did notice us. These cars should be somewhat used to people passing them by now because the hypercar field will have passed them before us. So hopefully we can make a bunch of clean passes here, passing the Ferrari in the double chicane. We'll pass another after the outer loop here. Didn't quite get back to the racing line though. I wonder how first place is doing with the traffic. They're still a bit ahead of us right now. We'll have to see how it all plays out when we get through the whole field of the GT3 cars. Probably starting to catch some of the leaders now. I'm not sure how big the grouping was. We'll see what place they're in soon. Maybe? You can see the first place hypercar, or LMP2 I mean, not too far ahead of us. But we do have some GT3 cars to deal with. We're going to go on the outside of the Porsche here. Should be able to pass the Ferrari on the main straight now, catching another Porsche, not too far ahead. Catch them after these couple turns here. Pit window should be open for us now. We won't need to pit quite yet though. Pretty clear track in front now. We may only have one more GT3 car to get by. Although that could just be the LMP2 car I see in front of us. Only catching glimpses. Looks like we're past the whole GT3 field now. That is the LMP2 car in front, the first place car. We can see third place barely turning the corner there as we're coming into turn 1. Looks like we ran about a 134.6 last lap. We did have traffic to deal with, so that's an okay lap with some of that traffic, although I think we may have lost a tiny bit of time to first place through the traffic. Still, we gained time on third place, it looks like. Over 15 minutes in the race, we've got less than 20 minutes remaining. How many laps we do will depend on where the leader is when time expires. You can see first place just turning the next corner as we're coming out of that one. Back up to some really normal lap times, 134.5. Pretty clear track in front and behind, looking to chase down first place, just a few seconds ahead right now. They have a tiny bit of pace over us at the moment. We'll be looking to close that up if we can. We can see they're just turning that next corner there. Probably about 3 seconds ahead right now. Any sort of mistake on their part could really put us in the hunt again. Second place in our class, we started second. Kept second pretty much the whole race thus far. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also check the description for a referral ID for iRacing and my new merch shop. Went even faster that lap with a 134.2. You can see first place not too far ahead. The car behind we saw was a GT3 car. They must have been coming out of the pits behind us because we had passed the GT3s a long time ago. Pit window is open. We won't need to stop for a bit for fuel though. Not letting first place really too far out of our sights. We're gonna hang in there a bit. Running a clean race so far. Clean track in front and behind still. Going a little bit wide there, but that is not an off-track penalty. I know it looks like it, but it is not. See some hypercars catching the GT3s in the background there. Barely catching a glimpse of the first place car in front of us. Just about 20 minutes into the race now, about 15 minutes remain. Starting to catch some GT3 cars again. Can see the leader not too far ahead of us. Losing sight of third place now though. Not sure how far back they are anymore. They could have taken their pit stop. They could be way back there. Catching a Porsche GT3 here. We ought to get by just before this next corner. Looks like we're a little more confident taking the inside there on the GT3 cars. Last couple races, maybe not as much. Pulling into the pits now that we've reached the field again. We're going to take our pit stop just a little early. Less than 14 minutes remain in the race. We're going to take our pit stop slightly early. Fuel only. You can see some hypercars starting to pull in behind us. That is the first place Cadillac right there, making their pit stop. It won't be long before they're back out to chase us down. We came into the pits in second. By the time we crossed the line, we were in fourth. We've taken our pit stops. It looked like everybody else is going to stay out for now. We have an Acura hypercar catching at the moment. They'll pass us on this straight pretty easily. They're not going to quite get back to the racing line though before the chicanes. We will be right on their tail for a little bit. Starting to catch a GT3 car not too far ahead. Hypercar will catch them first. See if any of these guys pull into the pits. They may need to. Hypercar is going to take their pit stop now. GT3 car is going to stay out. We'll get by them in the main straight and get back to the racing line before turn 1. Still fourth in our class. We're waiting for the other cars in front to make their pit stops. We'll see where we come out when that is all done. Pit window should close in the next 5-ish minutes. Another Porsche GT3 just ahead. The GT3 field should be much more spread out now. I don't think this is one of the leaders of their class either. So we're catching the back end of their field again. It's probably because we took the pits, we passed a couple, then we're going to have to come back and pass them again. And that'll be fine, as long as they don't hold us up too much. Looking to get a decent run during this time when the leader hasn't made their pit stop yet. Faster laps we can run, the more time we can possibly close up and get back on. Let's see, we're in third in our class now. Get back on the tail of first place, hopefully. We were in second when we took our pit stop. We started the race in second. We had quite a lead to third. You can see a Porsche GT3 not too far ahead. Less than 10 minutes remain in the race. And okay laps in the 134s. Hypercar behind us, starting to catch. That's a yellow Cadillac. That's probably first place. That Porsche's 6th in their class, so we have a few more Porsches to pass. The first place hypercar is starting to catch us now. There'll be a few more turns before they really catch up to us and need to make that pass. Hypercar is going to catch and pass us here. We're second in class now. No sight of first place at the moment. Starting to catch a Ferrari GT3 just ahead as well. That was second place, that yellow Cadillac that passed us. Second overall, second in the hypercar class. Gonna flash our lights, hopefully get to the inside cleanly here, no problem. Another GT3 car just ahead. Just a few minutes remain in the race. We're not sure where first is at the moment. Hopefully we're closer than we were. We took our pit stop slightly early just as we were catching the GT3 field again, hoping that we could save ourselves a little bit of time, let them spread out a little bit more on the second pass by. But sometimes that doesn't really matter much. This Ferrari's going to slow us down slightly here. Get by on the inside. Coming out of that corner on the main straight. Should be clear for turn 1 though. It's important to get the most speed you can out of turn 1 for this. A lot of time to be gained and lost there. A little over 5 minutes remain in the race. I think pit window is closed. We're back to second in class. No sight of first place yet. Guess we needed a bit more pace to keep up with that first place car. No sight of third either. We're kind of out all alone right now. Pretty clear track in front and behind. I don't see many hypercars coming up either. I think some of these hypercars weren't the fastest, and we will end up ahead of them overall. And that's what you're going to get with the lower groups and higher expectations for us as well. These lower groups, we really need to be winning the races or taking a podium position at least. Letting them crash us out is super detrimental. We want to avoid that at all costs. Just a few laps remain in the race now. Clear track in front and behind. I don't even really see hypercars catching us anymore. Really quiet back there and in front. But we are second in our class. It's probably good. We've got a clear track. We can go as fast as we can. Or want. Probably feeling a bit of stress relief that there's no cars behind us to challenge us. We could probably make a mistake and not lose position. We were really gaining on third place. They may have had an issue as well that we did not see. Whoa, going a bit wide there. That'll be a 1x. Our only point against our safety rating so far. Pretty good, clean race for us. And I'm guessing we've got this down pretty well. That might be the only incident we have the whole race here, considering how clear everything is in front and behind. Jumping that curb. Still maintaining control. We consider putting a little bit of a tire mark down, trying to push it through the outer loop, going as fast as we can. Not much time remains in the race. We're probably catching first place, but we can't tell right now. Going a little wide again, but I don't think that was a 1x at all. We kept our tires on track, at least two of them. Time's nearing expiry. Still no sight of first or third. Not sure where the leader is. The time's gonna run out soon. This could be the last lap for us. Time might be expiring as the leaders on this lap. Very quiet still. No cars that I can see in front and behind. That was supposed to be a static camera, but I was in the wrong one. Yeah, I think this could be the last lap. I'm not sure the leader was that far ahead. Time will have expired during this lap. Hard to tell though, we don't know where the leader is. Can't even see anyone at the moment. Have to see how our car's reaction is when we come out of these last corners. Time is expired. We're second in class. We're pulling in. That is the end of the race. Alright, here we go. Started second, finished second. Our rating went from a 13.18. We gained 50 points this time. We're going to be up to a 13.68 after this race. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.